Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Cheers. Mm. I'm a little chilly this morning, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to getting dressed and going outside and experiencing the warmer temperatures today. But that hasn't happened yet because I'm just kind of still, I've been awake since, for quite a few hours now, but I haven't done anything. You know what I've done? I drank coffee and taken deep breaths. That's about it. And gamed on my phone. That's all I've done this morning. And that's okay because yesterday I was uber busy. It was my birthday. Some of my kids stopped by to see me and I get it. Totally get it. It's fine. But sometimes in the middle of what I'm doing, I can't stop. It doesn't matter if it's my birthday. It doesn't matter if it's your birthday. You know, it's a day. We will talk tomorrow or something. And I know tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. And that sucks because sometimes you're in a conundrum. Do I stop and spend time with my kids because tomorrow isn't promised to anybody? Or do I keep on with my order because tomorrow isn't promised to anybody? And do I make my deadline because tomorrow isn't promised to anybody? So I talked. I said I was basically like walk and talk, but I was like talk while I'm icing. And sometimes you can't even talk while I'm icing because it will drive me crazy. Because you expect a response, and in the middle of the icing falling from the tube of icing to the cookie, and if I am not talking and all of a sudden I talk, it moves my hand just a smidge and it could flip my icing right over the edge. So it's just been a weekend, and I didn't uber freak out yesterday, but I kind of freaked out, and my mom kind of got the brunt of it. So it happens, and I stopped in the middle of icing to make dinner. So I didn't really take a break from the time I started icing until the time I was done. I probably only took one real break and walked away from everything. But I took a break from icing to do dishes, to make dinner, and went back to icing. And then I would take another break to do more dishes. So those breaks, the break to do dishes and the break to make dinner and the break to do more dishes, it's not really a break. It's a break from icing, yes, but it's not really a break for myself. And if I had like my goal was to finish every last cookie last night. So today I could package. I haven't begun packaging yet, but I've been really stressed. It was a really stressful yesterday. It happens. Um so if I had taken time and, oh, my kid's here, so let's stop and visit for 3 hours. If I had done that, I would still be icing today. And I had two visits from two different kids. And I was like, no, I love you. And no. And it was such a huge deal for me to get that done. I had to like close off the kitchen and like literally close. There's a curtain between this room and the next room. I closed off the kitchen. I turned the TV up and I was like, we're not, not doing this. And so I full on concentrated. And yeah, I kind of get like that. I was extremely snappy with people. I got those pre-period hormones going on because the period hasn't started yet, and sometimes a little bit more snappy with that. Add in the anxiety from wanting to get the cookies done in that evening. I was a little bit snappy. And I hope my children understand. And I'm sure they do. And sometimes the grandkids don't understand. And it is what it is. Do I stop and make my work go on even more into today, or do I finish my work and then visit tomorrow? Will they be here today? Probably not, because when I'm not busy, I don't see my children, my adult children. I don't see them at all when I'm not busy. When I am busy, they're around like flies. I promise. I don't even know why. It just is what it is. So, because I'll sit here for days doing absolutely nothing, just taking care of things, crocheting, nothing really important going on, and I don't see or hear from anybody. And I don't really call my children, my adult children, because I know they've got stuff that they're doing too, and they don't always have time to talk. So when you have time to talk, come visit me or call, say, hey, are you busy? And if you are busy, I'll leave you alone. If I'm busy, shh. But if I'm not busy, come on over. Generally, 9 times out of 10, I'm busy because half the time when I start doing something, it's been days or weeks since I've heard from my children. And it doesn't bother me that it's been days and weeks since I've heard from my children. What bothers me is as soon as I get, deadline, here they come in the hordes. And I'm like, and then they don't come around for weeks because I just snapped at them. Whatever. So I haven't done a damn thing this morning. I do need to do stuff this morning, but I haven't done anything yet. And that's okay. I'm up and doing and having a great morning. My husband made my coffee and he brought me my coffee and it was a great morning. He didn't take me out for dinner, which is fine. Like someone suggested, well, you should have went out for dinner for your birthday. My husband cooks for me. And it's amazing every single time. And so going out to dinner, not a necessity that I need in my life. It's just extra money. And there are people out there in the real world I don't want to talk to. I know I'm a business person these days and I got to talk to people eventually. But there's just sometimes I just don't want to talk to people. It is what it is. So, and even if we go out, I'm probably going to be hermit-like and just stick to myself because I'm not an exuberant person. I may look like it here, but once I'm done here, I'm a total hermit. Like, shh. I like to treat people how I want to be treated, left alone. So I leave people alone a lot because that's how I want to be treated. Treat people how you want to be treated, right? Right. So I really don't know what else to say today. Sometimes I have inspiration, sometimes I don't. I just had a really stressful day yesterday, and I'm trying to recoup this morning from that stressful day yesterday. And I kind of freaked out on my mom, and I was kind of yelling at her. Not yelling at her, just yelling. And she was not the target, but she was the recipient of my yelling. And I was, and I had that frenzied stuff going on, and I was freaking the freak out. So, but I took a moment, took a deep breath, and got back at it. Sometimes that happens. So, even if you have glitchy moments, that's okay. You can move through it, move past it, work through it to help you be better the next time. So maybe you're not such a huge snabby witch the next time. And maybe you will be. Who knows? No one knows. So, on a Sunday, find some things to feel grateful for. And this morning, I'm uber grateful that I got those cookies done. I'm uber grateful that I'm alive. My heart's beating. And the weather is going to be great for the next couple of days. So excited about that. And find your own magic. Be your own magic. Sometimes your own magic is in getting stuff done in the manner that you want to get it done. And sometimes you got to stop in the middle of what you're doing to attend to others. It's okay. You can stop what you're doing to tend to others. I did that yesterday. I stopped doing the cookies. I tended to others' food needs, and then I went back to doing what I was doing. You can totally do that and not feel ashamed for it. I was a little stressed about it, but I wasn't ashamed or because I also had dishes to do, and I was just kind of all over the place. And where I'm sitting, normally when I'm doing cookies, there's a table right here. Like there's a table here. I put another table here. There's a table over there. Super cramped in here. So, just between the being cramped and having too much to do, I was overloaded yesterday and slept hard last night. So, also, I don't know if you can find your own magic in any of that I said, but be your own magic, find your own magic in something, somehow, some way. And sometimes it's ignoring others, sometimes it's in engaging with others. So just pay attention to when you need to and when you don't need to. Because again, tomorrow isn't promised to anyone, so sometimes you have to tell others, no, we're not doing this today. I've got this going on today. And sometimes you can put this aside and bring others in. So it's just a back and forth. You got to find your balance. And yeah, I could have stopped yesterday and spent time with my children that decided to come by and see me. But I also didn't want to be icing cookies today. I wanted to be packaging cookies today, which I will be doing momentarily. So also be your own sunshine. Because, again, tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. Be your own sunshine just because you fucking can. Sometimes you're stressed and frustrated and all over the place. And in those moments, it feels like you can't be your own sunshine. And you've just got to, I pushed through. I'm not telling you what you have to do, but I pushed through and started really just blocking everyone and everything out. Turn the TV up, close the curtain. That was it. Like, don't talk to me right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll be talkative, but right now I'd be busy. So do what you can. And you know what? Again, like I keep saying, and it's so important. Yes, tomorrow isn't promised. Do I do what I have to do for me, or do I stop doing what I have to do for me and tend to others, oh, we want to talk to you because it's your day. I get you want to talk to me because it's my day, my birthday. I get it. But also, this is important as well. Both are equally important. And I talked for a moment to the children, smidgens of moments. And I was like, look, I can't sit around and just shoot the shit all day long. I got shit to do. And they might have been offended. They might not have been. I don't know. I just knew that I didn't want to be icing today because the order is due tomorrow. Why would I want to be icing today and then go ahead and start packaging after everything dries? Nope. All that dried overnight and I can package it all up today. So do what you can. Find your own things to be and feel grateful for. Even if it's just one thing, even if it's just your heart's beating or a cup of coffee or you're breathing, find one thing and be your own magic, find your own magic and be your own sunshine because those are all really important. So that's all I've got today. I hope everyone has a great, lovely, amazing Sunday. If you have the ability to get outside and enjoy some of that warmer weather that's coming through, do so. I'm going to as well. Misty out.